like I'm in performing arts. So if I set it exactly the middle of my body, I'm 6 foot tall. So if I set it here, then my legs are 3 foot and my body and head is 3 foot. So I've set the threshold very low, and then the top 3 foot of me is going to get squashed. But the bottom 3 foot of me won't get squashed. It safely nips under the wire without getting caught by the compressor. All good so far? So if I set a 3-to-1 ratio on my own body, then 3 foot up to here is unaffected, but the 3 foot above, well, gets squashed 3-to-1. So only 1 foot of my body, so the whole of my head and my chest will get squashed down to just being 1 foot tall. So I look like I'm in a kind of like hall of mirrors at the fun fair sort of thing. So very long legs and then a very short body and head on top. But that's what's exactly happening in a compressor. If I set this just up to my chin, and therefore that my head is 1 foot high and my shoulders down is 5 foot high, if this is a 3-to-1 ratio, then I'm 5 foot plus just 1/3 of 1 foot. So what's that, 4 inches? So my height goes down from being 6 foot down to 5 foot 4 inches, because only the 1 foot of my head gets squished into a tiny little head. Whereas, again, if I had it set low, my overall height would be 3 plus 1, 4 foot. You good with that? But what's also kind of useful to know is the third most important control on the compressor, and that's called gain. Now sometimes they call it make-up gain, or they just call it make-up, or they call it GMU, which is gain make-up, right? Variations on the gain theme. And this is that by squashing me down to 4 foot, I've now saved 2 foot of potential volume space. So I can now stretch the whole of my 4 foot body back up to 6 foot by making up for the space that I've gained, or won. So I'm just as tall as I ever was, but I'm disfigured in that my legs are now about up to here, my waist is here, and my tummy and my chest and my head are all just that big. But nevertheless, still 6 foot tall, but just looking very odd. Okay. So these oddnesses are what we would call side effects, or to be precise, artifacts. The thing that happens when you compress. So compression will change the way that your sound sounds. So gain makeup is control number 3 in importance.